Hi everyone, here we have a jointer and an electric hand plane. Electric hand plane, chuck it upside down, is the exact same as a jointer basically. They both have an in-feed table, both have an out-feed table. Basically the in-feed table is set lower than the out-feed so that as wood is passed across it gets cut by the blade to the height of the out-feed table and thereby flattens the wood off. Now, both of these tools suffer from the same problem, as in, what do you do with a piece of wood that's too wide? So for example, with the hand plane, you need to cut a 3-inch strip, move it across, 3-inch strip, move it across, 3-inch strip. And it's how do you get those all to be level with each other? The exact same with the jointer, it's slightly easier in that you can do an 8-inch wide, on this case, strip, and then flip it round. But it's still the exact same problem in that how do you balance and make sure that the second cut matches up with the first cut. So this is solution number one. This is for an electric hand plane. The same technique will work for a jointer as well. Basically, make a new base plate up. Now I've made this out of laminate because laminate's lovely and slicky and quite a hard wearing surface. So I'll now show you how this goes together with the hand plane and then I'll demonstrate. So this is a cheap and cheerful Air Brother, I think is how you pronounce it, planer. That I got from Screwfix. So basically just take the base plate off. This is the outfeed table, sorry should I say. And while I'm doing this I'll also mention that no matter the tool you buy, whether it's expensive or cheap, you're going to have the same possible problems, although less than the more expensive tools, in that your in-feed and out-feed may not be parallel to each other, and they've got to be. If they aren't parallel, you won't get a good flat finish. Anyway, we take this base plate off, in this case it's 8mm thick cast. Now I've made this thing out of laminate, as I said, but I think it'd be better made out of 8mm aluminium sheet. Just a far stronger way of doing it. And basically it's going to fit on, it's going to fit on here, and basically all it's really doing is adding this extra section to the side of the plane. But this is the really simple solution to planing effectively any width of board that you want to. When you pass this over the section that you're planing, it's planed to this surface here. Now of course this surface here is part of this surface, so this is at the same height. So now what you do is you shift the plane across so that this is on the fresh wood to be cut and this is resting on the piece that's already been cut. So now you have a reference. You've just cut using this, you shift the plane across, and now this plate here is now lying on top of the bit you've just cut, so that the next cut is exactly in line with the first cut. So that's the basic idea. Well, here we go. First time I've used this plane, first time I've attempted to try out my solution. Fingers crossed. Right, let's have a look at this. Right, very first attempt. I've done no feckling work on the actual base to make sure it's level and there's no waviness or anything. And I've got to work on my technique of, you start off by holding the handle on the plane to do the initial cut, and then put pressure in the back as you're doing the cut. But once you've done the first cut, you then need to move across to using the handle on the extension so that it keeps it flat. So I'm not 100% perfect. As you can see at this side, or is it, sorry, the other side, it's dipping down slightly. But in general, the concept I think actually works. So basically now it's fine tuning the idea to get it absolutely perfect and also perfecting my technique. But that's the very first time I've ever tried it and I'm over the moon that it worked. So basically now, any size, any width of board, there's obviously limitations, but any size of board you should be able to flatten off very, very simply. No guesswork, just use this and away you go. So, yeehaw. So the same sort of idea will work with the jointer as well. This should actually be simpler because you get far more mounting points, etc. in the back. So I'll just give you a quick idea of what we need to do with this. First of all, strip all this stuff off. Okay, so, oh right, I should have thought of this before I did that. Need a piece of wood to demonstrate. So basically, we need to do the exact same with the jointer as we did with the plane, i.e. extend the table and more specifically the outfeed. So basically, all you really need, I'm using a piece of MDF here to demonstrate, but any piece of wood, I would use laminate because laminate is lovely and slippery, as I say. And basically all you need to do is mount this piece of wood such that you extend the outfeed table both that direction and towards the infeed table as well. Now the important thing is that you get this entire section all level with this section here, and basically you're going to have the same thing again where you feed the wood through, do your initial cut, then move it across. Use this as a reference now on the bit that you've just planed and feed the wood through again and keep on doing that. Now obviously with an 8-inch jointer or bigger you can do bigger cuts at a time, but it's the exact same principle. Just keep on plane, feed the wood through, plane, feed the wood through. Now obviously you've got to watch what you're doing because these things are spinning really, really fast, they're really sharp, they'll take your hand off in an instant, so just be careful, simple as that.